Let me ask you, Director, do you believe that Rhode has the technical expertise in-house to assess the adequacy of inspection reports that are done by third-party contractors?
It is not our responsibility to detect the adequacy, rather to make sure that these companies are doing it the right way. And we did that. I submit to you again, you yourself describe 11 different, just in the last 10 years, 10 different inspections by several different companies, all providing information on the same bridge. That redundancy is our method of making sure that that very protection that you're talking about is in place. And we did that in this case.
And it certainly didn't work here if for 10 years of redundancy there was no condition of the
It did not. It did not, at the fault of those 10 companies that were supposed to do their damn job and didn't.
My question is not about responsibility, it's about capacity. Do you have the engineering expertise within your agency to assess the adequacy of reports like these?
Whether we do or we don't, we're not set up to exercise that. Rather, we hire companies to do that, and we pay them handsomely to do that for us. That's how we're set up. That's how, as a matter of fact, we've been able to, even able to fix 351 bridges. If we did that level of assessment with the personnel that we have inside DOT, we would have maybe fixed 10 bridges in the last 10 years. And by going to the project management model and assigning not only the responsibility, but also the authority to carry out inspections, design, and construction by private expert companies who we hire and pay because they have the expertise to do precisely what you're describing. And we did that in this case. We do that in every other case. In this case, the reason there is a lawsuit and the reason all of this happened is those companies did not deliver to the terms of their contract with us. In which case, this, like the other 351 bridges, would have been rebuilt in a way that was proper. Now, we did do this. We did take that. And what we see happening is we have the best bridge building company building a safe bridge that has none of the defects that this bridge had in it, or on any of the design inadequacies that this bridge has, and is going to be built to a new standard, to higher material standards, and better design that's going to last 100 years, be easy to inspect, easy to repair, and easy to maintain.
In the wake of this failure of the Washington Bridge, Director, have you built out or considered building out any in-house capacity in order to audit or spot check or assess the adequacy of the work that's being done by your contractors?
As I said over and over, we have that already built into the process. The redundancy of having 10 different companies look at the same bridge in 10 years or in 10 instances.
I'm not asking about
the redundancy that you're talking about, the double check that you're talking about. Yes, we feel responsible to do that, and that's why we hire multiple companies to take a different look than the previous company did at the same bridge and give us a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, ad infinitum opinion, expert opinions on what the results of the previous inspection was. So we do have that redundancy built in.
And that redundancy failed again and again and again with respect to this structure. And so my question to you—
And thus the lawsuit.
And my question to you, separate and apart from the lawsuit, is do you not feel that some changes are in order at Rhode to be able to recognize this sort of failing in the future?
In accordance with the very report that you're basing all of your questions on, which is the WJE forensic report, they made 2 recommendations for changes at DOT, and we've implemented them both.